Hi, and welcome back to Chicago Car Club. Today we're going to be taking you around this 1973 Triumph Spitfire Mark IV. This is a USA production car. It is a 1500. Going to take you around, show you everything that we see, be as transparent as possible so that you can make a calculated purchasing decision off of the video and pictures. As ever, we encourage you to give us a call if you have any questions or comments. You can also text us at 312-420-3696. This car shows 49,000 miles on it. We believe it to be original. It comes with the soft top and a tonneau cover. The build date of this car was December of 1972. It is in its original colorway, which is Carmine Red over a new tan colored interior. It's got some add-on aluminum wheels on it. It, mechanically speaking, has a new clutch master and slave cylinder. We're going to get up close and personal and show you everything that we see here and take it for a test ride and put it up in the air. It's got some bumps and bruises. The car is not perfect, but as far as an entryway into the Spitfires, this is going to be a very soft landing as far as spend. The tires are in pretty good shape, as you can see. Don't know the exact age of them, so can't speak to that, but the rubber looks good on there. There's some scratches, a couple little dings throughout. All the trim, hardware, lights, bezels, all that stuff is all present. The panel fitment on the car is really good. We don't see any signs of any major accident repairs or anything like that. It's got a little rusty area on the left rear quarter, which we'll show you. But for the most part, it's just got some road nicks and scratches, some door dings from being parked in a garage. We are told we bought the car from the second owner who bought it in the 70s. It's been garage kept. And the older gentleman simply got to a point in his life where he could no longer comfortably get in and out of it, which is understandable on these little cars. You'll see here around this left rear wheel opening, there's some rust on the lip there. Nothing horrible. It could use tending to. Probably fine as a driver, just like it is. It's solid otherwise. You can see the bumpers are in pretty good shape. There's some light pitting on them. There's some checking on the paint on the deck lid, and some of the, there's a couple panels that look like they were repainted, and we can see a little slight variation in color from one to the other. But really, the car's got a pretty nice shine on it. Again, the top is in super nice condition. It actually looks like new. The frame's in good shape, and we have a tonneau cover that's really nice as well. More dings down the door here. Looks like being parked close to another car in a garage. Little bit of blistering inside that wheel well, but otherwise solid. Again, the bonnet's in really nice shape. We'll hold the top back here, show you the interior. The seats are in really nice condition. There's one little separation on the driver's side, but it's kind of out of sight. Door panels are nice. The hardware's all there. The windows roll up and down nicely. As you can see, underside of the doors are solid inside the sill here. Really, it's a pretty dry, solid car, which you'll see when we get underneath it. The floor pans are solid. Only thing we note is that left rear quarter, which is likely from road grit getting up in the opening edge and just kind of sitting there over time, acting like a sponge, which is pretty common. Driver's side is much of the same. The door and the underside of the doors are nice and solid. Inside the sill is good. Down the pillars. And here you'll see our original production tag on it. The interior is largely original. It's got a couple of add-on gauges in it. You can see that little separation in the driver's side seat. We've got some shop manuals. It's got some 5-point harnesses installed in it. We haven't laid them out on the seat, but they are bolted down in place for a little added safety. If you wanted to play around on a track, it'd certainly be a nice thing to have. The rubber mats are here. The carpets are in good shape, and as you can see, the floor pans are nice and solid. The wiring is relatively tidy. We do see here on the dash, all the switches and stuff seem to function accordingly. Like any British car, there's always some things that need tending to. We weren't able to get the radio to power up, which is aftermarket. We have some placards on the dash here. All the fun stuff. Inside the trunk here, which might take 2 hands to open, you'll see we've got a spare aluminum wheel and tire. We've got the original toolkit. And you can see in the trunk, it's nice and dry back here. We'll lift that spare for you and show you underneath it. But the trunk pans are nice and solid as well. We'll fire it up here and let you have a listen. It's got a nice pull choke. It fires easily on cold start. Holds a really nice idle when it's warmed up, and does not smoke when it's running. Engine sounds really good. Carburetor seems to be working nicely. Doesn't have any hesitation on acceleration or anything. And it seems to keep nice temperature. We know the previous owner didn't put many miles on it over the last 2 years, but it's got a new battery in it, and it seems to be in nice mechanical shape. We can tell, I believe it's the original motor from what he told me. I think they had the top of the block resurfaced at one point. He took pretty good care of the car, and I think did a little bit of work to it over time, but we don't see the engine number stamp on the top of it, so I can't confirm, but we do know that the prior owner had a lot of parts and things for the car. There is a transmission that will go with the car as well, a separate transmission. He had a spare trans, which we did not picture and don't have it in the video here. The clutch, obviously, it's got a new master cylinder and slave cylinder. Feels good. The shifting is nice. The trans feels like it's in great shape. It doesn't have any crazy whines or noises, and shifts between the gears nicely. The car tracks nice and straight. You'll see going down the road here, and feels pretty good under braking as well. It's got a nice firm pedal under it. Very comfortable and confident driving the car. And it actually makes great power. I don't know as far as any engine modifications or anything like that, but it really pulls strong, sounds great. And as I mentioned, it doesn't have any hesitations or any tendencies. The suspension sounds nice and quiet. We don't hear any loose clunks or rattles or anything of concern. But as always with any classic car, we always encourage people to use your local mechanic to go through it. They are old cars. They do have wearable parts on them. You always need to stay on top of them. We'll get the car up in the air here for you, show you around at some of the lower body panels and underneath as well. You can see the rockers are nice and solid. A little bit of road chips and things like that from driving, but everything's here. It really overall is in nice solid condition, short of that left rear quarter panel. But the underside shows quite nice. You can see some chips and scratches and Some surface rust, but nothing, nothing of major concern there. Underside of the car, the frame's in really nice condition. Everything looks to be here. It doesn't have any major drips or leaks. Again, we encourage you to reach out, call or text, find us online at chicagocarclub.com or by phone at 312-420-3696. You can see that little aftermarket header setup on there on the exhaust system with a collector. But again, we appreciate you taking a look and we look forward to speaking with you.